as if this might lift him the extra few inches he needs to clear the wires. There's a terrible inevitability about his path. He slides right into the dark lines, his parachute crumpling over the wires. He writhes frantically for several seconds, but strung like a puppet, he proves an easy kill for the machine gunners. Yet he's not the only one. Several others swing, stricken 50 feet up in the leafless trees, their bodies dangling from their canopies, shriveled pieces of fruit. Is there a lonelier way to die? Before I know it, the landscape enlarges, and there's a high, whistling noise. The wind stirs the tops of the trees. The ground seems to leap towards me. I realize that the small dark spot that has been bobbing about beneath me is my shadow, and I rush towards it. I remember to keep my legs together. The harness bites into the top of my thighs. I hold on tight to the contacts and slam down into the earth. I feel the thud inside my lungs. I lie face down for several seconds, checking myself for injuries, registering a remote ache in my ankle, a jarring pain in my knee. I must have fallen awkwardly, but nothing is broken. The earth is hard, despite the thaw. A few scraps of ice still lie in patches, exposing the color of my fatigues. I get up, my legs wobbly, and roll up the chute like a skin sloughed off. Immediately, I look for cover. To my left lies open country. The nearest building, with snipers inside, is 500 yards ahead. A stand of birches is about half that distance to my right. I suck air into my lungs and run. A zigzagging path, my shovel waggling in my knapsack, the camera banging against my chest. I choose the thickest trunk I can find, check the focus on my contacts, crouch down, and listen. The sound of rifle fire, flattened by the landscape, ricochets off the trees, so that at first I'm looking in the wrong direction. Dozens of crows explode upwards. Rounds of shelling shake the earth beneath my feet. The light is ghostly between dark branches as I frame the shot. The sky thick with transport planes and parachutes still gliding like giant spores to the ground. My fingers are freezing, but my legs and back are slick with sweat. I'm thirsty, my throat parched. Now I feel really desperate to pee, partly from the cold, but also a sense of fear. My knee still hurts. A taste of metal enters my mouth, making me swallow. Dead cattle and horses lie frozen in odd postures across the fields. The stench touches my nostrils, adds to the feeling of nausea. The sun is unlocatable behind the clouds. I finish one film, seal it in a canister, clip another one in, wind it on, snap the back of the camera shut, and start clicking again. The resistance is fierce, but limited, confined to half a dozen farm buildings and an outhouse. The artillery does its job. The buildings burn. The first prisoners are smoked out, hands on heads, the barns mostly destroyed. The inner walls are exposed so that it's hard to believe there were people in there just a few minutes ago, and odd to see how small a space the rooms once occupied. The farmers are the last to flee, an old man with expressionless eyes, his head-scarfed wife rescuing what possessions she can, and their grandchildren, a boy and a girl, too paralyzed with fear to cry. By 11 a.m., I have several rolls of film, including shots of parachutes slung over wires like stockings over a bedpost, medics tending to the wounded, and a transport plane bulking large and coming in low over the trees. I write March 1945 on the canister. A good morning's work. Time for a cigarette and a hit of whiskey from the flask. And only now does it seem safe to pee. I dream of trees in leaf, fields ripe with wheat, an 8-page spread in Life, my picture showing the world what happened here near Wesel. As the beatific vision continues, I imagine myself in the arms of a good woman who strokes my hair and covers my face with lipsticked kisses, making everything all right. The reverie doesn't last long. The tree I relieve myself against has only just started to darken when I see the sign Achtung Minen